What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. I really don't know where to start this time around. About 100 girls have been missing from government girls science and technical secondary school in Yobe since last week Monday. And the government as well as the army are playing games with our minds. Instead of going after the girls, it's a boarding school. When Boko Haram arrived with trucks on Monday night, shooting sporadically, teachers and students started running into the bush. Now after Boko Haram left, they counted the girls and discovered that more than 90 of them were missing. Later they said it's 111 that were missing.
We are on our way to Dapchi, a remote town in Nigeria's northeastern Yobe State. Armed militants stormed the local school. Dozens of schoolgirls are now missing. This is the hostel where some of the students were staying before the attack. Right now, it's deserted.
Meanwhile, teachers and parents searched all the neighboring villages in case the girls were hiding there.
We meet Gambo Mahit. Her daughter Zara has been missing for days. The whole family is in despair.
We looked everywhere in and around town and couldn't find her. Boko Haram must have kidnapped her.
It took the president 2 days to tweet that he's aware of what happened. Now, this is the same president that criticized Jonathan's response when Chibok girls were kidnapped, and they're doing the same thing. This is how they are giving excuses. For days, police said that nobody was kidnapped, and then the governor said the girls were missing but they were not kidnapped. Later, this same government announced that the army has rescued the girls that were kidnapped by Boko Haram, and people are like, how were they rescued from Boko Haram if they were not kidnapped by Boko Haram, like you said? And while we were rejoicing that the girls had been rescued, the following day, guess what happened? They announced that, oh, they didn't find the girls, so that they made a mistake. They were apologizing. I'm like, how can you? It's just, what the heck? Did you lie? Did you lie to us that you rescued the girls?
We've been given no information about our children. First, the governor tells us they've been rescued. Then he comes back and says no one will be rescued.
You see, this is how they play hide and seek with people's lives in Nigeria. Was anybody surprised that the governor's convoy was stoned when he went to visit Dapchi? For real, parents are upset. The whole community is upset. If this had happened in Abuja or somewhere where rich kids are going to school, they would have found those girls by now. So when will you go after the girls? Because the only thing that is true in all of this equation is the fact that the girls are still missing. And this was the same thing that happened when Chibok girls were kidnapped. They waited for 2 weeks, and that's why till today, about 4 years after, some of the girls are still with Boko Haram. I hate the fact that a lot of times our officials take us for granted and they treat us as if we are stupid. Do you know how many times Buhari has told us that he has defeated Boko Haram? In fact, I lost count, only for him to ask for $1 billion in December of last year. Dollars, not $1 billion, to fight Boko Haram in December. And then a month after, the man said that he has defeated Boko Haram again. And of course, Shekau released a video that nobody has defeated him. And then this month, the army announced that, oh, they have defeated Boko Haram and Shekau is now on run dressed as a woman, only for them to go and invade this school in Yobe. So not only are they lying to us about defeating Boko Haram, but they are paying millions of dollars to Boko Haram in ransom. And because of that, this government is now the one funding this terrorist group. And please don't get me wrong, I want them to rescue these girls, you know, whatever it takes. But I'm confused that we've now settled down for negotiating with terrorists every time that someone is kidnapped. What happened to Buhari's promise to crush Boko Haram? You know, I thought this administration told us that once they are voted in, they would destroy Boko Haram. So is this how we will continue to pay millions of dollars to Boko Haram? Because then they use that money to buy more weapons and then they are able to invade another school. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's a cycle going on right now, because I'm really scared about the fact that this government has indirectly become the sponsor of the same Boko Haram that they said that they are fighting. Also, every week now they are releasing suspected members of Boko Haram. I want to know what you guys think about that. More than 500 have been released so far. In the meantime, like I said, history must not repeat itself. It is very crucial for this government to take the issue of these girls seriously. And having said all that, I'd like to thank all the soldiers that are laying down their lives in the fight against terrorism in Nigeria. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.